from your breaking news and weather authority. This is 13 WHAM News at 5.
A major twist in the long-standing controversy embroiling Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley, a state commission recommending public censure.
This stems from her shocking and controversial encounter with Webster police, a chain of events that cast a dark cloud over her career.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
To leave me alone. It's
Officer Christopher.
April 22nd, 2024, at the home of Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley in Webster.
Body camera footage showing the DA becoming confrontational with police after they caught her speeding.
You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you.
She initially refused to step down despite the large blemish on her decades-long career.
But now a stunning state report recommends she face public admonishment.
We have team coverage on this story that has captivated local headlines for more than a year now. Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley at the center of a scathing report. Good afternoon. I'm Matt Malloy.
I'm Karen Edwards. In a deposition, Doorley is quoted as saying, "I would ask you just let me ride off into the sunset." The State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct is recommending a public censure of Doorley. As you may recall, this follows the tense traffic stop at her home in Webster last year when body cam footage showed her becoming belligerent and confrontational with a police officer who caught her speeding.
That encounter igniting a firestorm with calls for her resignation. And a lot more came to light with the release of that report today.
We begin our team coverage with 13 WHAM's Carly Miner live outside the district attorney's office in downtown Rochester. Carly.
Yeah, Matt, Karen, the commission says its report has been submitted to the Attorney Grievance Committee, which will then decide if any sanction is warranted. The New York State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct is recommending a public censure of Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley. Commission Administrator Susan Friedman spoke with me today off camera.
How we do our work, how we operate, is we investigate a complaint, and if we believe there's reason to bring formal charges, I, as the administrator, go to the commission and I seek authorization for a formal charge. And so in this matter, DA Doorley was formally charged with this conduct.
This follows a traffic stop at Doorley's home in Webster that made national headlines.
So why didn't you just stop like you're supposed to?
Because I didn't feel like stopping on Phillips Road at 5:30.
That's not your choice. You know that.
Well, I made it my choice.
On April 22nd, 2024, Doorley was caught speeding, going 55 and a 35 down Phillips Road in Webster and continued to drive home rather than pulling over for police.
Our report, the commission's findings of fact and recommendation do not in any way impact DA Doorley's ability to practice law or to continue to serve as the district attorney for Monroe County. As I said, we do not impose sanctions. It is going to be up to the Attorney Grievance Committee to decide what, if any, sanction is warranted in this matter.
When police caught up with Doorley at her home, she was recorded on police body-worn camera, criticizing the responding officers and explaining that she had called the Webster Police Chief, Dennis Kohlmeier, to explain that she was not a threat. Days later, Doorley released a video apology saying she paid the speeding ticket but refused to resign. According to a transcript from a deposition on March 12th before the commission, Doorley said, quote, "I want the community to know that I'm sorry. I want to protect the integrity of the office, and I just want to go away, and I wish you'd just let me retire." Doorley also told the commission, "I would ask you just let me ride off into the sunset. I mean, I've already sold my house in Webster. We bought a house in South Carolina. My husband's living down there. It's time for me to go." Following the release of the commission's recommendation, Doorley, whose term runs through 2027, indicated she will continue to hold her position and serve the people of Monroe County. We asked for clarification on when and how Doorley intends to vacate the position. Her office deferred comment to her attorney, Robert Masters. In a statement, Masters said in part, simply stated, "Today is not a day to discuss any future plans regarding Sandra's prospective retirement. She will be certain to alert the public of any future plans at the appropriate time."
Prosecutors are trusted public officials, and any time a prosecutor's conduct, whether it's an elected district attorney or an assistant district attorney, creates an appearance that they are somehow above the law, that harms public trust.
Again, we still do not know what Doorley's plans are moving forward, but the committee will apply any sanction if warranted. Reporting live in Rochester, Carly Miner, 13 WHAM News.
Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you.
Last Monday, I failed you and the standards that I hold myself to. And for that, I am so sorry.
Doorley would later ask for forgiveness of the community she serves, but be rebuked for calls to resign. Taxpayers, supporters, and activists all weighing in on the commission's report tonight.
13 WHAM's Christian Garzone gauging reaction. He continues our team coverage. Christian.
Good evening. Activists said this finding sends a clear message that not even Sandra Doorley is above the law. I also spoke to a supporter of Doorley who said in light of all of this, the DA has more support than she knows.
I would say that I'm pleased with the decision made by the commission.
Community activist Antonia Winters says this finding was a long time coming and it ultimately sends a message that no one is above the law.
You can't use privilege, power, or any of those things to influence and usurp the law, and we all have to abide by them.
Mike Johnson with Save Rochester has been vocal about Doorley stepping down ever since this body-worn video from Webster police was released. He says waiting so long for this report started to drip of entitlement.
100% a case of good old girls club, good old boys club.
But ultimately, he says this shows no one has special concessions when it comes to law and order.
No one can break the law willy-nilly and think they can get over on it, which she did that day when she ran from police.
But not everyone is on the same page here. Lynn Mazurkowitz lost her husband, Rochester police officer Anthony Mazurkowitz, in the line of duty 3 years ago.
So I've known Sandra for years because of my husband and the work he did, and worked with her numerous times.
She says Doorley is so much more than what was videotaped when she was pulled over.
Everything she's done for the community. I think that you can't judge a person by an incident like that.
Her message for Doorley: head high, shoulders back, and move forward.
She's got an army behind her. I'll be the first to march in that army, proudly. And if she's retiring soon, I'm thrilled for her.
I found today that this latest development hasn't really changed anyone's mind. Karen?
Thank you so much, Christian. Sandra Doorley was first elected in 2011 and re-elected three more terms. She is the first female district attorney in Monroe County history.
Doorley first joined the DA's office in 1992, serving under 2 consecutive administrations, successfully prosecuting thousands of high-profile criminal cases.
So a quick recap of today's major developments. A state report recommending embattled Monroe County DA Sandra Doorley face a public censure.
This follows her controversial encounter with Webster police at her home last year. Police caught her speeding 55 in a 35 and say she refused to pull over. Body camera footage shows Doorley becoming belligerent and confrontational with the officer. Doorley initially faced calls to resign but refused to step down. As for what's next, we still don't know what Doorley's plans are moving forward. The Attorney Grievance Committee will decide if any sanction is warranted.
Be sure to stay with 13 WHAM for the latest developments on the Sandra Doorley report. Our coverage continuing around the clock on 13wham.com.